Have you ever wondered if leaders are born or made? This question has sparked countless debates, discussions, and theories throughout history. Today we're diving into the concept of natural-born leaders to unravel the mystery behind this intriguing proposition. What exactly do we mean when we talk about a natural-born leader? The term itself paints a picture of an individual who, from birth, seems destined to take charge, to inspire, to guide. This person doesn't just fall into leadership, they seem to gravitate towards it, drawn by an innate force that is as much a part of them as their DNA. The idea of natural-born leaders suggests that certain individuals are imbued with inherent traits that predispose them to leadership. Like a seed programmed to grow into a mighty oak tree, these individuals are believed to carry within them the raw material necessary for leadership. They're the ones who walk into a room and immediately command attention, not by demanding it, but simply by being their authentic selves. From a young age, these individuals display certain qualities that hint at their future potential. They're the kids who take charge during group projects, the teenagers who step up when a situation calls for a leader, the adults who naturally rise to the top in their professional or personal lives. Their charisma, confidence, and ability to inspire trust are as natural to them as breathing. But while this perspective is compelling, it's only one side of the coin. The concept of natural-born leaders, while widely accepted, has also been challenged. Critics argue that leadership is not a matter of genetics, but rather a complex interplay of learned skills, experiences, and personal development. So, what's the verdict? Are leaders a special breed born with a unique set of traits that destine them for greatness? Or is everyone capable of becoming a leader, given the right circumstances, mentorship, and determination? But is leadership truly a birthright, or is it something that one can cultivate and develop over time? As we continue our exploration into the world of leadership, keep this question in mind. And remember, whether born or made, every leader started somewhere. What makes a natural-born leader? What are their distinctive traits? When we think of natural-born leaders, a few key characteristics come to mind. These individuals are often brimming with charisma, a magnetic quality that draws people in and makes others want to follow them. They have a certain sparkle, a unique ability to connect with people on an emotional level. They can walk into a room and instantly command attention, not through force or intimidation, but through their magnetic presence. Then there's decisiveness, another hallmark of natural-born leaders. These individuals are not afraid to make decisions, even when the stakes are high and the path ahead is unclear. They understand that indecision can lead to stagnation, and they're willing to take calculated risks to move forward. They're not reckless, but they are decisive, and that decisiveness gives them the ability to act quickly and effectively in high-pressure situations. Confidence is another key trait. Natural-born leaders have a firm belief in their abilities. They trust their judgment and aren't easily swayed by doubt or criticism. This confidence is not arrogant or overbearing, rather it's a quiet, unshakable belief in their own capabilities. This confidence often inspires the same in others, fostering an environment where everyone feels empowered to do their best work. Lastly, natural-born leaders have the ability to inspire others. They don't just lead by command, they lead by example. They inspire others through their actions, their words, and their vision. They have a way of painting a picture of the future that's so compelling, so engaging, that others can't help but want to be a part of it. These traits, charisma, decisiveness, confidence, and the ability to inspire, are often associated with natural-born leaders. They can influence others and drive a team or organization towards a common goal. But remember, having these traits doesn't necessarily mean one is a leader. These traits are impressive, no doubt. But does it mean that without them, one can never become a leader? Imagine a different scenario. A person who was not born with the so-called leadership traits, but who has learned to lead successfully. Leadership in this context is less about innate qualities, but more about the journey, a journey of experiences, learning, and personal growth. This is the concept of learned leadership. It's the idea that leadership isn't exclusively a birthright, but a skill that can be developed and refined over time. It's about recognizing that not all leaders are born, many are made. This perspective opens up the realm of leadership to anyone with the determination, the will, and the desire to lead. Consider the example of Abraham Lincoln. He didn't start off as a natural leader. He experienced a string of failures in his early life. He lost his job, was defeated in his run for legislature, failed in business, suffered the loss of his sweetheart, had a nervous breakdown, was defeated in his run for Congress, rejected for a land officer role, defeated in his run for Senate, rejected in his nomination for vice president, and again defeated in his run for Senate. Yet he persevered and eventually became one of the most respected and effective leaders in history as the 16th president of the United States. Then there's Richard Branson, the founder of the Virgin Group. He struggled with dyslexia and did not excel in school, but he didn't let that stop him. He learned to lead by doing, by taking risks, and by learning from his failures. Now he's known worldwide as a successful entrepreneur and a great leader. And let's not forget about Oprah Winfrey, who overcame a difficult childhood and numerous career setbacks. She learned to lead by empathy and understanding, and now she's one of the most influential women in the world. As we can see, leadership is not solely the domain of the naturally born. It can be learned, honed, and perfected over time. Leadership is about the journey, not just the destination. It's about resilience, determination, and the willingness to learn and grow. And that, dear viewer, is a perspective worth considering. Now that we have explored both sides of the coin, let's delve into a comparison between natural-born and learned leadership. Natural-born leaders are often seen as charismatic, confident, and decisive. They have a knack for inspiring others and making decisions quickly. Their leadership style is often intuitive and driven by instinct. However, this doesn't mean they're perfect. They may struggle with patience, listening, and flexibility, skills that can be honed over time. On the other hand, learned leaders may not have these innate qualities, but they make up for it in other ways. They are often more methodical, adaptable, and open to feedback. They've learned to lead by studying, observing, and practicing leadership skills. They may not have the same natural charisma, but their dedication and hard work can often inspire just as much respect and loyalty. Both types of leaders have their strengths and weaknesses. Natural-born leaders may be more instinctive and charismatic, but their instinct-driven decisions might not always be the best choice. Learned leaders, while they may lack the initial charm, often have a more analytical and thoughtful approach. They may be slower in decision-making, but their choices are often more calculated and data-driven. The beauty of leadership is that it's not a one-size-fits-all skill. In a team or organization, a combination of natural-born and learned leaders can complement each other beautifully. The charisma and quick decision-making of the natural-born leader can be balanced by the methodical and analytical skills of the learned leader. Ultimately, the best leaders are often a mix of both. They have some natural leadership qualities, but they also continually learn and grow, adapting their leadership style to suit the situation and the needs of their team. Leadership, it appears, can't be boxed into a born or made category. It's a dynamic, evolving skill set that can manifest in myriad ways. So, what have we discovered about leadership today? We've delved into the concept of natural-born leaders, unraveling the traits that are often associated with them. These individuals often exhibit charisma, decisiveness, and a certain level of assertiveness that seems to come effortlessly to them. They are the ones who step forward when a situation demands it, their instincts naturally guiding them to take charge. But remember, we've also explored a contrasting perspective. Not all leaders are born, some are made. Leadership isn't just about possessing certain traits from birth. It's not an exclusive club reserved for the charismatic and the assertive. Let's not forget the comparison we made between natural-born and learned leadership. There are leaders who have had to work at it, who have had to learn the ropes, sometimes through trial and error. They may not have been the first to step forward in their youth, but through experiences, they've honed their leadership skills. They've learned to be decisive, to communicate effectively, to inspire others, and to lead with empathy and understanding. In essence, leadership is not a trait that you either have or you don't. It's not a static condition, but a dynamic process, an ongoing journey that involves growth, learning, and continuous improvement. Those who may not consider themselves natural-born leaders should not be discouraged. Leadership can be nurtured. It can be developed over time with dedication, patience, and the right mindset. It's about stepping up when needed, making difficult decisions, and inspiring others to do their best. It's about learning from your mistakes and not being afraid to admit when you're wrong. So whether you consider yourself a born leader or not, don't be disheartened. Remember that leadership is not a fixed trait. It's a journey of growth, learning, and continuous improvement. You have the potential to become a leader, to guide and inspire others. It's a journey worth embarking on, a journey that can change not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Whether you consider yourself a born leader or not, remember that leadership is not a fixed trait. It's a journey of growth, learning, and continuous improvement.